still the host. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
It's got a big notice. Now, first thing I have to tell you, talking about times and things, is there's no lesson next week because, you know, I said about it was our vow renewal anniversary last time. Well, this time on the 10th of September, it's our wedding anniversary and my birthday, because we got married on my birthday. So I'm going to have the week off. In fact, I cancelled all my lessons today, apart from you. And I've got a lady, I've changed her to be after you. I've only got 2 lessons today because I was sick one day, you know, with my eyes and my sinuses. And then you forgot it was a lesson the day after. So I thought I didn't want to have one lesson and then stop. So I'm doing news to keep you going. And I'm doing Natalia is she's like a Russian student, and she was the same thing. She's had some issues with her family, so I haven't seen her for quite a while, so I didn't again. I just wanted to keep her going. Do you know what I mean? Because if you have too long of a break, you forget your English and you forget what you've done.
Yes,
So
yes.
I didn't want to have too much of a break. Do you manage to, talking about that, that's something I haven't asked you. Do you speak a lot in English every day?
Every day speak and working. We use English for work, but not in good English. Maybe the construction industry, they no require the good English, so we just Singlish. It is called Singlish mixed with the
Yeah, I've heard of it
mixed with
before.
the Malay and Chinese. Because the
Okay.
people, my colleagues, all different countries. Not the industry is construction is not the well educated people, so only the engineer manager level only they can speak good English. If I did any mistake also, if I do any mistake also, they don't bother English, because this is not a English speaking country, not a native speaker here. Everybody is a
So
second language.
so they don't actually like you said, they don't bother
Yeah, they don't bother,
correcting you.
and nobody and come to correct you. They try to understand you only. If they understand, it's okay.
Remember, we don't do a mistake now. Would you like me to write in the chat in Skype or Zoom?
Skype. Because the
Right.
Zoom chat after that I never checked. You can write the Skype.
That's what I thought. We make a mistake. We don't do a mistake. Remember, with
Make a
make,
mistake.
make is usually something new
Or make
or
a mistake.
original. Do is for work, stuff that we have to do, yeah, or sport, or anything that takes effort or energy.
Make a mistake.
So
Do
we
work,
do things
sport,
like,
effort.
yeah. So we do things like housework or homework, but we make things like, we might make a cake, or we might make make a decision, because a decision would be a new thing. Yeah. So we might make a mistake. We might make a decision. We might make a cake. We might make, I don't know, I'm trying to think. Anything that's sort of new. Make an effort. So we would say make an effort. Let me write that in here. Make an effort, because although effort is, cancel. Although effort is, make an effort. Sorry, it was trying to save something that I didn't want it to save. Although effort or energy, something that takes energy, is something that we say do normally. When we
make an effort.
Yeah.
Effort means we tried something, right? Effort.
Effort is like something that takes energy. Yeah.
Take energy.
So an effort to do something. Oh, it's a real effort to get out of bed on a winter morning. Yeah. So on a winter morning, when it's cold, I mean, you guys won't get this in Singapore, but when it's cold and it's dark and yeah, it's pretty miserable, you probably won't want to get out of bed. So you make an effort. It takes energy. Does that make sense?
Make an effort. That means energy.
It means put some energy into it.
Spend.
Yeah.
We need to spend the energy.
Yeah, that's right. You expend energy.
Expend.
Let me write it in. Oh, that didn't work. Let me try it again. To expend energy. Yeah. So if you say, oh, make an effort, we mean put some energy into it. Yeah. Put some energy into it. So let me make an effort. Put some energy into it. So what are you going to do next week? Is it just work as usual?
Yes, as usual. Nothing new. Nothing new.
Nothing new. You need a break soon, I think. Is there any news on when you might be able to visit your family, or is it just staying the same?
Can go, but no easy.
Yeah.
You can go holiday now. When you come back, need to take rest. 14 days.
You go into what we call quarantine.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I don't like the quarantine.
How long? I think in
14
Britain
days.
it's for
I
10
think
days.
if you do
14
vaccine,
days.
still if you done the vaccine, you can 14 days. I don't know. You never vaccine 24 days or not. I think
Right.
without vaccine, I cannot go. I never do the vaccine. Maybe they don't allow to travel.
Right. So we don't say do the vaccine. This is a different one again. So we would say for this one, you have the vaccine. Yeah.
Have the vaccine.
Yeah. So we don't do the vaccine. We have the vaccine. Now, before I go any further, I just so it's 8 p.m. Next time we have a lesson is Sunday the 19th. Sunday the 19th of September. Just a quick question. Is this the best time for you? Would you be able just for that Sunday, would you be able to do 1 hour earlier or 1 hour later just for that Sunday?
Sunday, yes. 1 hour earlier can.
1 hour earlier.
Yeah,
So
yes.
if that would be really good just for that Sunday.
Yes,
so
yes.
Just for that Sunday.
Sunday 1 hour earlier.
So for you, it will be 7 p.m. Yeah. Because I'm going to move. My clocks will change. I don't think your clocks move.
My Singapore clock never
Singapore.
change on, always same.
Yeah, and I've already sort of altered that in my calendar. So spring forward, we go back an hour. So my 3 o'clock will then become 2 o'clock, I think, for the same time. Yes. Oh no, I don't think I have done it right. Hang on a second.
So okay,
maybe I haven't done it right.
Question. If I say I haven't vaccine means if I say I don't have vaccine means I haven't do the vaccine. Is it haven't do vaccine? I haven't vaccine.
Right. If I say I have had the vaccine, right? Let me write it in.
I have had vaccine.
The vaccine. It means yes, you've got the vaccine. Yeah.
I have had the vaccine.
If you say I haven't had the vaccine, I'm just going to put no. No vaccine.
Haven't
Yeah,
had the vaccine. No, no, I haven't to do the vaccine.
I haven't. No, 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 no. If you to do a vaccine, no, that would be weird.
Okay, okay, okay. I haven't had the vaccine. I have had the vaccine.
Yes, that's
Mhm.
right. Absolutely. Hang on a second. So that would not be, would that be 2 o'clock? I'm trying to work out what time it would be. Oh God, I hate time changes. This and following events. Hang on a second. So if right now, if I go back 1 hour, so right now I'm 3 o'clock, you're 8 o'clock. If I go back 1 hour, my 2 o'clock is then your 8 o'clock. Yeah, I've altered it the wrong way around. It's all right. I've changed it again. Right, I've got it again, a different time.
So
Oh God.
our next class is 19. 19 is it?
Yeah, so it would
19th.
be the 19th of September, but for you it would be 1 hour earlier just for that class. Oh, good grief. So does that mean all my
7
other
p.m.
students? Yeah, yes, just for that class because I'm
19th.
trying to fit in some other people, just one class for one girl. She's got a test, so I'm trying to get as many with having a holiday. I'm trying to get as many as possible for her in the same day. Okay, so hang on a second. Yeah, that's right. Because if you're 8, I'm 3, then I go back. My 2 will be our, yeah. I think that's right. Oh God, I hate putting the clock back. I'll have to check with my husband because I can never remember what time things are, but I'll sort it out anyway. But I know you don't change. Did you manage to talk about homework and do homework and make things and having the vaccine? So you haven't had the vaccine because you wanted to
I
check
haven't
out
had.
if it was
Yes,
okay. Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
Did you manage
Expand.
to do the
So the
homework?
one more thing, the expand
Yeah.
is have the two expand, right? One expend, another thing is expand. Two different, is it?
Yes. So to expand is to get bigger. Yeah. To expend is to use up. So I could expand my business. If I
Expand.
expanded my business, I'd make it a bigger business and do more different
Expand to
things.
use up.
Yeah.
Use
If
up.
I expend energy, or actually, we've got a noun. We use it in like accounting,
Expand
expenditure.
to get bigger. To get bigger.
Yeah. We have a noun,
Expand.
expenditure. And expenditure means spending money.
Expenditure
So
means yes, spending money.
yeah, so to expend something, like to expend energy, is to use it up. To expend money means you're
So
using all the
this
money
all
you've
noun
got.
is it? This all noun. No, no verb.
Expenditure, no, both of them, no, hang on. To expend and expand, these are verbs because they're doing words. Yeah.
Expand.
Expenditure is is a noun because it describes a thing. Well, an action in this case, but a noun usually describes a thing or an action, like a decision. A decision is an action that you've done, but it's a thing. Yeah.
Okay. So the expand and the expand is two. Both is verb. No
Yes.
verb. Both is verb.
Both are doing
Expand. But
words.
the
Yeah.
pronunciation is similar.
Expand, expend.
Oh,
One's a,
expand,
one's e.
expand, expand.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Expand,
Um,
expand. Okay.
yeah, expand. Yeah, my
Expand,
waistline is expanding. I need to go
expand,
back on a diet. I've had too much good
expand.
food.
Expand,
Okay.
expand. Okay.
Yeah. Did you manage to look at that question sheet for homework?
Yes. Yeah, yeah. Question homework. The last week one is it?
Yeah, the question
Yes,
formation.
yes.
Yeah.
Just now, I done.
Okay, let's have a quick look at it. So this is just all this was. We've done a lot of work on questions, and this just puts everything together. So we've got some questions we could ask, and we've got the answers for Joe. So, for example, where do you live? In Manchester. What do you think the next question is?
Which question?
Question 2 on that worksheet.
This is, you mean the homework, is it?
Yeah,
Homework,
that's right.
does he live in Paris, is it? Does he live in Paris?
Ah, no.
Homework, the one last week you sent me the homework, or just now send the one? You want to?
It should be the same one. They should
No,
both. Can
same.
you see
Okay.
this one?
Yes, yes. This is, I think I received today only, this one.
Oh, you haven't. I thought I'd sent you it. Oh, let's do this now then.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
Where do you live? Ask Joe questions. Look at these answers before you write the questions. Ask Joe questions. Where
Right.
do you live? Okay.
And his
So
answer is in Manchester.
in Manchester. Yes, yes. So the
So
second one is no, I was born in London. So
and you've
the
good
another
question.
question.
We've got born there already.
Yes, yes, yes. So are you born there?
Not are you? It happened in the past.
So yes, yes. So
were you born?
Where you born? Where you
Yeah.
born? Where you
Now,
born?
be very careful with these two words. Can you say both of those for me? I've just typed them in Skype.
Where?
Were.
Where were?
That's
Where?
better. Yeah.
The first one is where.
Yes.
Second one is were.
Yes.
Where were?
So you've got to be really careful. Yeah. They cannot sound the same.
Oh, cannot sound the same.
So were you born there?
Oh, were. W-E-R-E, is it were?
Yeah,
Were.
that's right. Completely different sound.
Were.
Okay, so what do you think the question for number 3 is?
Number 3, married.
He says yes.
Yeah. No, I was born in London.
So the answer.
Just now the question. Just now the second question. How to construct the question? Where
were you born in London? Were you
where
born
you
there?
Where you born there?
Where
you born there? W-E-R-E, is it?
Yeah, but not where. Were you born there?
Were you born there?
Good, much better.
Were you born there? Were you born there? Okay, were you born there? Next one is the answer is yes. Married, yes. So the question: are you married?
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you married?
And question number 4.
Question number 4. 17 years. How long have you been married?
Yeah. How long have you been married, Shan?
I've been married. I've been married 10 years.
You've been married 4.
Married for 10 years.
Yeah. I've been married for 23 years on Friday.
Yes.
23 years.
Oh,
Good grief.
congratulations.
Thank you. What do you think number 5 is?
Number 5, they asking about children. Yes, 2 boys. How many children you have?
Not how many children do you have, because he says yes. You can't answer yes to how many. And remember, it's child and children. So the plural of children does not have an S. Children is the plural. Yeah, we don't have children's.
Or
So
children, child, singular, children is plural, is it?
that's right. Yes,
Children is plural.
absolutely.
So this question, how to construct the question?
Right. So you want to know if he has children?
How many children do you have? Is it?
No, because it's yes. The answer is yes. So it would be, have you got any children?
Have you got any children? Have you got any children?
Because he answers yes. Like, have you got a dog? Yes, no. Have you got any children? Yes, no. And then he answers with some extra information, 2 boys. Now, if he just said yes, then you might ask, how many children have you got? Yeah. But he said yes, 2 boys. So what we're because the answer is yes, have you got any children? So for example, Shan, have you got any children?
Yes, I have 2 children.
Right. Okay. That's precisely it.
Have you got any children? Got any children, right? Any
Yes.
children.
Because
Yes.
any is for questions or negatives, and some is for positives.
You got
Yeah.
any children?
I don't have any children. No, I don't have any children. That's what I would say. But you might say, yeah, I have some children. I have 2. So some is
You don't have
positive.
children, you still can adopt some children.
Yeah, I was actually, if I didn't live here in Bulgaria, I would. I was thinking about that in Britain, but I would only adopt teenagers because no one wants teenagers. You know, when teenagers are left, like their parents get killed or die and they're 13 or 14, no one wants them. Everyone wants babies or 3-year-olds or 4-year-olds.
Yes,
No
yes,
one wants
because the
teenagers.
children, because the teenagers, nobody want, because the teenagers won't respect you. They already grow up. Already
Yeah.
they grow up. They no need parents anymore. So the children
But
means you need to take it from from the
yeah,
child. They only need the mother.
but when they're 13, 14, they still need someone. Yeah. But yeah, it's a different
Now
relationship. And
adoption have problem because why they cannot be a real child because when they grow up they know already you are not a real father mother, maybe the mind will
yeah,
change. So
yeah.
if you I think the teenagers they won't respect, maybe they need only your money. After that they don't have the bonding. You can spend money, you can do anything, but you cannot make a real relationship or anything.
Well, what we have in Britain, instead of adoption, we have what we call fostering. Fostering is when you don't give, that's what I would have done. You don't give the kids your name. You don't try and make them your kids, but you actually do what you said. You say, right, I'm not going to leave you in a home. I'm not your mum and dad, but you can come and live in my home.
Fostering means
It's when you don't try and make them your kid. Like when you adopt a kid, you make them your kid. You
yes.
don't try and make them your kid, but you say, look, I've got a home. You can come and live with me if you like. And the
Mhm.
authorities check you out and they give you money for looking after the child. And basically, instead of the child having to grow up in some sort of institution with 100 other kids, which is horrible, they can live in a family home. But you're not saying I'm your mum. And you're not saying, you know, I'm trying to make you part of my family in that formal way, but we can have a good relationship. Like a friend might say, you can sleep at my place. It's more like that, which is maybe better for teenagers. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's probably what I would have done. And yeah, I mean, it depends on the teenager. I wouldn't take it.
Sometimes what happen, the parents, they try, they conclusion, they come to conclusion they don't have any children. Then they try to adopt the child. After adopt the child, 1 year later, they have their own children.
Yeah, yeah.
This all happen.
Yeah, it can. I'm a bit different from me. I've never wanted kids. I don't like babies. I'm a weird woman. I'm not into little kids. I like older kids. Older kids are much, that's why I like teaching. Older kids are much more interesting for me.
Easy.
Babies
I
are like,
think, yes.
no, I don't want babies. Thank you.
Mostly I think the mothers like the child because the
Yes.
child means the innocent. Child means the innocent.
Yeah, yeah. I'm more interested when kids start questioning and saying, why? Why should I do this? Why have I got to do that? Why do I need to go to school? That's what I'm more interested in. And I tend to get on very, very well with teenagers. I always have, even difficult ones. I guess because I don't take any rudeness. I'm not tolerant of idiots at all. But on the other hand, I can respect someone for being an individual. So it's that mixture of being strict and also understanding. I think luckily I have that because I got on very well. Normally, like here, everyone gives me 17-year-olds and 16-year-olds and 18-year-olds to teach. So it's like I had a load of 18-year-olds to teach English and half the class weren't interested. So I told them, right, you're not interested. I'm just going to give you a grade 2 all the while. But you can go to sleep at the back of the class. I really don't care. It's your problem. But what you're not going to do is interrupt me. And they were really good. They just went to sleep at the back of the class and just did nothing. And I gave them a grade 2. I said, that's what you'll do. You'll get bad marks if you're not going to try, but I'm not putting up with any rubbish from you. So you can sit there, you can look at your cell phones, you can do what you like, but just don't interrupt my class and you will get a grade 2. I am not giving you a good mark. And they behaved themselves. They didn't interrupt the class. And the other half that wanted to have a good mark did. And some of them got bored with looking at their cell phones and actually started joining in the class. So that way actually worked. Yeah, I actually managed to teach some of them some English. But if I'd have said, you've got to do this and you can't look at your cell phone, you can't, they'd have just fought back. And we just wouldn't have had a class. We wouldn't have got anything done. So I said, okay, get a grade 2. I don't care, your future, but just don't interrupt me. And it was like, oh, okay, we'll look at our cell phones. Oh, this is boring. What are you doing in class, miss?
Yes.
So
No,
do you know
look
what I
at
mean? It
cell phone.
worked.
Yes, the study means we need to concentrate. Not only cell
Yes.
phone. If any noisy or you talk to others, you cannot concentration. In Tamil, I recently listened one video. He's a monk. He say in the previous, I think the old ages, the students must. I think that some teachers in previously told him. He said the body also cannot move. If you move your body, your mind also move.
Yeah, yeah.
When
No,
you
that's
concentrate,
completely
you need to
true.
must listen. Is some Hindu preacher. He said that I think the traditional teaching methods, the teachers always said to the children's or students, your body cannot.
Children.
The no the students in
Yeah.
the school they said they teaching when they listen the student, the body also cannot move. If you move
Mm,
your body, the mind also move. I don't somebody say one. I
yeah,
listen
you
from the
can't
YouTube.
concentrate.
Yes, so that means if you still, I look at the cell phone, I totally, my concentration is not here.
So what I did is the students that didn't really want to be there, that weren't going to learn, instead of interrupting the other students, I put them at the back of the class and they did what they wanted, but they were never going to get a good mark as long as they were quiet. Yeah, they didn't stop the others. They can't stop the other students from learning. They can't interrupt me, but they can just go to sleep if they want. every lesson. I don't care. It's their future they're
Yes.
screwing up. And that's what I told them.
Mhm.
And it's like, oh, okay, fine. We'll look at our cell phones. Oh dear, this is boring every week
Yes.
for 4 hours. And they decided, the key was they decided they wanted to do something different. I didn't tell them. I just said, fine, dear, screw your future up. I don't care. Just don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt the others.
Yes.
And they decided. That's the difference. If you start telling a teenager, you got to do this, you got to do that all the while, if they don't want to do it, they'll just fight back. So, right, okay, do whatever. Just don't respect me, and I'll respect the fact that you're a lazy sod and you're not going to get good marks. You just don't interrupt me. And it worked. It worked.
Yes.
Anyway, but yeah, that's what I would have done. I wouldn't hear. It's not the same environment. It's not the same environment at all. And they're not the same laws, and they probably wouldn't let me anyway. But yeah, that's something I would have done in Britain. I would have fostered teenagers, but only teenagers, because teenagers, there's some really good teenagers out there, and they just get left out. And they're the people I feel worse for. Everyone adopts children, little children, everyone adopts them, not a problem. They always get taken. It's the teenagers that get ignored or thrown around, or they're the ones I would have looked out for. Anyway, that's just me. We got children. Number 6. What would the question be for that?
Number 6. How old are they? 12 and 15. How old are they?
Really easy. Yeah. Number 7.
Number 7. What do? I am a journalist. What are you doing?
No. Right. This is really right. What are you doing? You're asking about the action now. So, for example, if I say, what are you doing? You're talking to me. If you want to know about someone's profession, you make it present simple.
What do you do for a living?
Yes.
What do you do for a living? Is it?
So it's just what do you do? We wouldn't even bother saying for a living. We'd just say, what do you do?
Or just asking what you do.
Mm-hmm.
So what you
do?
That is so that means the question about the job. What do you do means?
Yes. Again, I'm writing this all in Skype for you, because if that's the best place for me to write it for you. So yeah, profession or
What
job.
do you do?
Exactly. And that's a really common mistake. What are you doing is all about right now. Yeah. What are you doing? I'm teaching. You're speaking. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So what would number 8 be?
But if sometimes we ask what do you do means so they understand. So mostly we need to ask what are you doing for living is correct, or just asking what do you do?
What do you do? What do you do? You can say what do you do for a
What do you
living?
do?
That is fine. It's just, you will hear, if you met another native English speaker, they would ask you, what do you do? They probably wouldn't say, what do you do for a living? They would ask you, what do you do?
What do you do?
If you ask me, you could say, what do you do for a living? No problem. Yeah. It's just, it's not normal. It's too long.
Oh, it's not normal. Next one is
yeah, keep in mind the last one. So the last one is, what do you do about the profession? Now we're asking about the wife.
Wife. What wife do? What is your wife do?
What? Not what is.
Oh, what does your wife do? What
That's
does
right.
Your wife?
Yeah.
What
you got it.
She's a doctor.
Okay.
So here she is, right? She is a doctor.
Yes, she is. But what does your wife do? Because do or does is the
Does.
auxiliary verb for present simple, isn't it? Yeah. So do is present simple. What are you doing? Are is the auxiliary verb for present continuous. So that's why, what do you do? What does she do?
What do you do? What does she do?
Mm-hmm.
So
So
what does she do, or what does your wife do? Both can.
well, here we would have to say, what does your wife do? Because we haven't talked about the wife. But if I said, what's your wife's name? Well, what is your wife's name, Shan?
My wife's name is Wasabi. Wasabi.
So now we know you're talking about your wife. I could say, what does she do? Because she, you know, she means your wife. If I just walked up to you and say, hi, Shan, what does she do? Who's she? You
Yes,
wouldn't
yes.
know. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes,
you
yes.
could say both. But if you use she, you have to know who she is. Yeah. Right. If we look at number 2, make questions with who or what. So
Make
this is,
questions with who or what. Somebody hit me. Who hit you? Yeah, I hit somebody. What did you hit?
no,
Who did you
who
hit?
did you hit? Right. Now, remember, the main thing with this one is subject or object questions. Somebody hit me. This is this a
Subject.
subject?
Subject.
Yeah. So we don't change the order. Who hit you? I hit somebody is the object. So now we've got to use the auxiliary verb.
I
Who
hit
did you?
somebody. So here this is the object question.
Yes, because the answer is somebody. Who did you hit? Somebody. And somebody is the object. So now we need to put the auxiliary in.
Who did you hit?
So how would you make the question for number 3?
Somebody paid the bill. Somebody paid the bill. Who did pay the bill?
Is it a
Who did pay the bill?
is it subject or object question?
Somebody paid the bill. I think this is subject question.
Yes. Do
Who
we
paid the
need
bill?
to?
I think no need to
Yeah.
change.
Who paid the bill? We don't need to
Paid
change
the
it.
bill?
Yes.
Who paid?
Good.
Something happened. Something happened. So what? Something happened. What did happen?
Is it a subject or an object question?
Something happened. Something happened. Answer is
What? Something. What happened? Something. It's a subject question. So we just
this
say
is
what.
what
Same
happened.
thing again. Because
What
yeah,
happened?
because it's
Happened or happens?
what
Happened?
happened? Because it's in the
Past is
past.
it. What happened?
Yeah. So what happened yesterday, for example? Yeah. So both of those are subject questions. So we don't change the order of either of them. Who paid the bill? Somebody. What happened? Something. We need to think about the answer each time. Okay.
Okay. Diane said something. Diane said something. So Diane said something. Diane said something. I think who did
Now
say? This is
right.
object question, right?
No, the answer is something. The answer here is something. The answers, I think you can safely say the answers every time is something or somebody. So where you see the something or somebody in this exercise, that's the answer. So you need to work out whether the something or somebody is the object or the subject each time. So the answer to number 5 is something. Diane said something. So is that an object or subject question?
Diane said something. Diane said something. I think this one is object question.
Yes. Now, with an object
We're
question, we
talking
need,
about what she say. So
yeah. Now, with an object question, we need to use auxiliary verbs. We need to invert the subject. So how would we make that question?
what did Diane say?
Yeah, exactly.
What did Diane say? Okay, next question. This book belongs to somebody. This book belongs to somebody. This book
So
belongs.
somebody is the answer.
This book belongs to somebody. So this is objective question.
Object question, yes.
So this book belongs to somebody. Who belongs to the book? Belongs to this book.
Right. You've got who because it's somebody. That's right. What's the auxiliary verb?
Auxiliary verb is can.
Belongs is in present simple. Yeah, now belong is the verb. It means it's yours or someone else, you know. So if I said this book belongs to Shan, the verb means it's your book. So we need to say who does belong to
the book, belong to this book, this book.
Who does this book belong to? Right. The reason why is it's an object question. So we say who because it's somebody. We need to use the auxiliary because it's an object question. Who does? Now, then we just keep the same.
Who does this book belong
to? Yeah, then we just keep it in the same order.
So this is the objective question.
Yeah, we need who or what auxiliary verb, and then it stays pretty much the same. But who does this book belong to? Because this book belong to. We don't use the S.
So objective question, we cannot use the is, right? Is who is this book belong to?
No.
Only the objective question only use the do.
We've got to use the auxiliary verb, do or does. Yeah,
So
precisely.
is not auxiliary verb. Is what kind of is be verb, right? Be verb.
If you it can be an auxiliary verb, but that would be for continuous. So if I'm just trying to think, if I asked I'm trying to think of something. No. I can't think of an object verb where I'd need an auxiliary. I really can't think of one. But
yes. Well, always the objective question we need to use did, do, does.
That's right.
No. We no more use is, was. This kind of.
It might be because if I say, that might be easy. I was in Singapore last week, for example. Yeah. So I might say, what country were you in? Yeah.
What country were you in?
Yeah.
What country were you in?
Or if I say something like, where were you going yesterday? I saw you in the street, you know. Oh, I saw you in the street. Where were you going yesterday? Now here we've got were going. So were is the auxiliary verb.
You going to?
Or what was John eating at lunch? Yeah. So here we've got past continuous was eating. He was eating a sandwich, for example. So I could say he was eating a sandwich. Depends on the auxiliary, yeah? What was John eating at lunch? What was John eating? He was eating a sandwich. So the answer is a sandwich. So John was eating a sandwich. So we've got to flip around John and was, the auxiliary verb. What was John eating? Not what John was eating.
So consider is was also auxiliary verb, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Is was or also
I'm trying to think of another one.
Or where.
What
were,
is he eating? Yeah. What is he eating? John is eating a sandwich. Yeah. And this case is the auxiliary verb for present continuous. It depends what the auxiliary verb is that we put before the subject. Yeah. This is easier.
I think we have the next question. The chapter 3 have this kind of question. When was this house built? When was this house built?
Yeah. So how would you do number 2? What would you say for number 2?
Number 2. Number 2 is which one?
Number 2 in question 3.
Number 2 is question. Somebody paid the bill. Are we already?
Oh, no. You said about that these sort of questions are in number 3.
Oh, number 3 and 2.
Yeah. Let's try that one then.
When was built this house? When was built
this?
When was this house built?
When
was this house built? This is what correct order.
Because,
all the sentences are questions.
Yeah, because the answer would be this house was I don't know. Oh, sorry. That was, let me remove that. That was a mistake. It's not even spelt properly. So the answer would be this house was built in 1970, for example. Yeah.
House was.
So it's an object. When was this house built? 1970. This is an object question. So we swap was and this house. When was this house built? This house was built in 1970. Now this is a passive. This is passive past simple.
This house was built. Yes.
What would number 2 be?
How cheese is mad. How cheese is mad. How cheese is mad. How cheese is mad. I think so we can say how cheese. How is cheese made? How is cheese made?
How is cheese made? Yes. What about number 3?
This is what tense. How is cheese made?
This is passive present simple.
Present simple passive.
Yeah,
Is
because we would say cheese is made by getting the milk, getting the milk from the cows. Yeah. So this is passive again, but this is present simple.
Present simple passive. When invented the computer was? When invented the computer was? When was the computer invented?
Yeah, exactly.
When was the
Okay.
computer invented? Number 4. Why so working isn't today? Why so isn't working today?
So that would be why.
Why shoe isn't working today? Or why isn't working shoe today? I think why so isn't working today?
Why isn't
working today shoe?
Working today. Yeah.
Why isn't shoe working today?
Think of the answer. So the answer is Sue isn't working today, maybe because whatever. But when you look at the answer, we swap Sue and isn't. All we're doing is swapping the subject and the verb. If you would like to, so when did we get this to 3? Try doing question 3 for homework. Yeah.
Okay.
So so homework, try finishing question 3 and do the screenshot, which I'm going to give you now. Let me try doing that. So I'll put it into Skype. So try finishing question 3. And let me just edit that because no, I want that edited. There you go. Without the E. No, I want that without the E. It's not editing today. Let's try again. Now let's try back, enter, that's better. And the screenshot is this one. Hang on a second. I did a screenshot, but it's forgotten about it. My computer obviously doesn't want to. There's some stuff on indirect questions. So the stuff on indirect questions is here. There you go. If you don't get a chance, we can do them together.
Okay.
But I was going to do some pronunciation, but we sort of did some pronunciation anyway. The main thing for pronunciation that I'd like you to remember for today is were and where. Yeah.
Where and where.
Were and where. Yeah, very, very different.
Where and where.
Where and were. Yeah. Okie dokie. Well, I am going to disappear. I will see you in 2 weeks' time.
Okay, thank you. See you
And I'll see if you have a big beard by then.
No.
Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in
Take
2
care.
weeks' time. No problem. Bye for now. Bye. Bye.